If you clicked on this, I'm pretty sure everyone that clicked on this live stream, you probably didn't get an ad. You know what I'm saying? So if you didn't get like an ad on it, I'm not getting paid. How do you feel about people making hate videos about you? Hope you're a good man. Hope you're a good man. I appreciate it. It comes like whatever, like the commentary. If you're talking about the commentary where people take my clips, they take my content and then they just make whatever videos. It's part of what I signed up for. You know what I mean? Like I made choices. Yo, Chris, thank you for the dolphin. Like I definitely feel some type of way about it. And I feel some type of way about the individual, right? But as far as the content itself, I understand the content. Like I understand that why that content exists is because I post a lot of content for people to make the content that they're making. So I'm not really, it's part of like what I signed up for. So I'm not really mad about it because it helps me. You know what I'm saying? It helps me build a bigger following. But as far as the individuals that's always watching my content and they're just waiting for me to make a mistake so they can capitalize on criticizing me for that mistake. Like especially a lot of these people that making videos about me, they probably got 4 or 5 videos about me, 6, you know what I'm saying? In some cases, like, you know what I mean? Like it is what it is, you know? It is what it is, man. But honestly, I try to use that as motivation to try to find a way to do a better job as a person where I make less mistakes in real life, where I'm not giving them I'm not giving them the content that they need for them to make the content that they make, right? So again, I'm not gonna say no names, but like the people that y'all know, like when y'all type in my name and y'all see people, they got hundreds of thousands of views, maybe even 1 million views talking about me, you know, that's my fault. You know, I gave them a reason to do that type of shit. So I just use that as motivation to try my best to like, all right, let me not make, he said haters just are insecure with themselves. Yeah. It is what it is though. I just gotta do a better job, man. So he said, Jumanne, you chased that black man father. Hater troll, he said that dude. He said cops shouldn't just be patrolling; they should be by call. Nah, I think police should be able to patrol. Like, I'm gonna keep it real. I don't hate the police at all. I hate the system, bro. I hate the system and how the police work. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't think anybody really hates the police, like, but it's the system, like, and how it works. Like, basically, just to simplify, Caucasian people being the majority. Because they're the majority, things are gonna work out more beneficial to them. That's a fact. We know that. In any case where there's a majority at the top, right? It's just you create a system. The system is gonna benefit them more than anyone else. But historically, as an African American, like, you know, that's why I feel the way I feel about police. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, and just my experience too. Like it's just, yeah, this shit, it is what it is. But I would encourage more people to, I would encourage people to be police officers, but at the same time, it doesn't change the system. Like, the system is still works the way it works, you know, whether it's systemic racism, but, you know, but I'm gonna be honest with you too, though, as for all my African Americans, for all my black people watching this, though, we also got to take accountability when it comes to like hip hop, right? When it comes to like self-incrimination, like, I'm gonna keep it real, right? We definitely were, the ghetto was definitely something that was created. Like, we was definitely placed in the circumstances that we're in. But when it comes to, like, you know, just gangsta, like hip hop, when it comes to drill music, or like the way that we dress, the things that we kind of glorify, right? The streets, you know what I'm saying? It definitely is an impact on us as a whole when we glorify. He said rap isn't the problem. Nah, it definitely creates like a bigger issue when it comes in like that's how we represent ourselves, right? But that's how I feel though. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like we definitely got to do a better job when it comes to what we accept. You know what I'm saying? Like as a community, you know what I'm saying? We just, black on black crime is not a real thing. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to the gang culture, it's not benefiting us. You know what I'm saying? When you look at hip hop, you got very few rappers that manage to make a living off of that, while everybody else, like you look at the Chicago drill wave and how many people died from that because of the music. Then that music influenced the rest of the country, right? So I just think we got to take more accountability on that type of stuff. But at the same time, there's a whole lot of other shit going on too that ain't got nothing to do with us. That like there's narratives that's being pushed in the media, propaganda, you know what I'm saying? All of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're definitely oppressed people for a fact. Like this has from Jim Crow to, you know what I'm saying, segregation, everything. Like it's like he said, what made you want to gamble in the first place? I started gambling through social, like it was like socially. He said, low key, I think humanity likes the situation we currently live in because we're comfortable. When do you expect to go back to Vegas? You mentioned in a video, but not sure. I don't want to put a time on it. I don't want to put a time, but it's probably gonna be very soon. I know you see my comment. I mean, there's a lot of people commenting, bro. I just be talking, bro. When I be talking, I be talking. Live stream at the casino, sports bet if you go to Vegas. Definitely not doing no sports betting. And I'm not doing no casino live streams neither, because that shit dangerous as hell. Jumanne, do you think he said, Jumanne, do you ever drink water, not juice? Damn, that blue candy looks good. It's decent. He says sports betting is a wave. Bro forgetting his day ones. Who's my day? What you mean? He said Black Lives Matter. Money is crazy. He said, why do you still gamble? I haven't gambled in a couple weeks, bro. He said 3K parlay didn't hit. Damn. So what that mean? I mean you lost the whole 3K? You up now? I'm not up. A couple weeks, same. Hope you become a millionaire. Shout out to Playboy. I appreciate you. Why you crash out at Rite Aid? He said, would you go to LA? I really do hope. I appreciate it. Thank you. No, I really do. I don't think I'm going to become a millionaire. I don't got the passion. I don't got the drive to become a millionaire. But I do see myself potentially, maybe within the next 5 years, hopefully, with like 300K. You know what I'm saying? And I'm able to maintain that. I want like, you know, a couple 100,000, probably 300,000-400,000, and just generate enough income and just the lifestyle that I'm living. It's not going to be crazy lifestyle that hopefully I could have a couple $100,000 and I could just live You know what I'm saying? Just maintain that. Even if I don't touch an M. But unless I do it over time. But yeah, that's my goal in the next 5 years. If maybe 3 years from now, I could see myself with 100K. Three to 4 years. I'm gonna need a breakthrough though. I'm gonna need a breakthrough. I'm gonna need something like, I don't know. Stay away from snow bunnies. Why you say that? I'm staying away from all women, bro. I'm gonna keep it real. Where are you? Well, he said cop a whip before you go to Vegas. He said 100. He said, yo, Woo Steezy, thank you for the $5 super chat, bro. God bless, man. Shout out to Woo Steezy with the $5 super chat, man. Thank you. Bro, I seen you easily earning that much. It's up to you to make the change and manage it through. That's a fact. They're attractive but trouble. That's a fact. Are you completely debt-free? Almost. Give me 2 more months. I hope you become wealthy, and I hope lots of luck and God is by your side, man. Shout out to Playboy, man. I appreciate you, buddy. Once you make 100K, you'll start to get the drive and motivation. I don't know. I'm trying to live a content lifestyle, man. I'm not trying to, well, who doesn't want, like, you know what I'm saying, luxury type shit? But with everything I've been through with gambling, keep up the great content. I just hope that once I do find some stability, I could just, you know, be like, all right, I've been through a lot, man. Do you think paying for the box is okay? Yo, Lost Disciple, bro just sent me $10. Honestly, need to move to a bigger city and more job opportunities. I think that would serve you well. Yo, shout out to Lost Disciple with the $10 super chat. He asked me, do I think paying for the box is okay? See, I'm gonna keep it real with you. My opinions on this has changed throughout the years because my perspective on love, on relationships has changed, on marriage has changed. So I'm gonna give you my damn, people just send it. You're a great streamer. Shout out to Pre-Profit with the $7 in Canadian. I don't think I'm a great streamer, but I appreciate y'all sending the super chats, man. Shout out to Lost Disciple. Shout out to Pre-Profit. So Lost Disciple asked me, do I think it's okay to pay for the box? Straight answer, no. I don't think it's okay to pay for the box and overall, right? But, right? I'm gonna say no. I don't think it's okay because as a man, it's like, it's kind of like you're selling yourself short by doing it, right? But at the same time, though, it's the way you look at it where it's like the point that I don't believe in love at all. Like for me, like, so it's like I'm still attracted to women and stuff, and you still want intimacy to some extent. You still might want physical. It's like a transaction, however you want to look at it, right? You still want that, like, you know, that situation. So me being somebody that's like fully convinced that, and I can only speak for myself, I can't speak for any other man, but because I don't want to waste my time playing the game of like talking to a girl for weeks or months or whatever, the transaction is just a lot more simple, like at this point, you know what I'm saying, where it's like, it's not cool to do it, and obviously it's illegal to do it, but outside of that, like, it's not cool to like, you know, do that, but it's like, it's easier, bro. It's just like, whatever, man. It's a transaction, you feel me? And it's kind of like In a lot of cases, that's what women want anyways. You know, that's what women offer anyways. It might not be directly like transactional like that, but when you're taking them out to eat, when they're looking at what kind of guy that they're settling for, they're looking for the guy that has the car, that has that has stability, right? So finances does play a part in what women settle for. Not what they're just attracted to, but when it comes to who are they going to give most of their time and energy to, it's not going to be the nice guy that treats them with respect, and it's going to be the guy that makes them feel secure. And a man that is able to provide is going to make them feel secure. So taking all that in consideration and how women usually select their partners, who they give access to them, is based off money, bro. So being a man that I am now, like I would have told you when I was younger, even 5 years ago, I would have told you like, nah, I'm not okay with that. But now I'm more comfortable with, if that's what I want to do, like I would do it. And I don't care what people think, because I have my reasons on why I'm more acceptable to it. Like I never see myself getting married ever. Like I'm too broken. I'm too convinced that no woman is going to settle for me, regardless of, I understand my financial circumstances or whatever, but like even prior to, you know what I'm saying? Like women I'm just not like a first, second, third option for them. So with that being said, I do feel like, you know, if that's what you want to do, if you want to pay for it, that's your business. But I think as a man, though, you shouldn't be too comfortable. Like, because I still feel like if you watch the Motel 6 video, I said what I said on how I felt about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't regret the woman. Like, the woman was, like, cool, but the transaction, I wasn't okay with the transaction either. So that's how I feel about it, man. You said, I'm some vlogs. Jumanne, you said pay for the box from the... Yeah, he said, so what if no woman wants to give you box? Do you give up on chasing the box? I mean, if you're like incel, bro, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. You gotta have a relationship. I know it sounds like cliche, but like you gotta love yourself, bro. Like you gotta have a relationship with yourself. Like, and I don't even have a relationship with myself, but I understand that that's what you're really looking for. Like, even you're trying to find that in a different person. Like, you're trying to find that in a person, or you're trying to find that, like, it's no different than, like, I can't say it on TikTok, but like, self-medicating, basically. So when, like me, like when it comes to gambling, when it comes to women and stuff, when it comes to chasing women, I'm really trying to self-medicate. Like, I'm really trying to find like a person that could fill the gaps the holes that I feel like inside of me, when really I should be doing that myself. I should be looking for how I can have a complete, how I could be whole without, you know what I'm saying? So, and a lot of people do that. Like even people that decide to make that transactional, he said, if you pay for box, it ain't just money, trust. Jumanne is my favorite content creator. If her boyfriend rides the bus, she'll sell the bus to get both of them car. It's crazy. I feel you, twin. Nobody is more honest than Jumanne. He said, same lost disciple. But yeah, man, he said, is that Motel 6 video on your channel? Nah, the Motel 6 video is on like a Motel 6 YouTube channel that I created. If you just type in like confessions of a Motel 6 employee, you're going to find the video. And basically, I kind of elaborate on why I did what I did. And I also express how I feel about doing what I did, which is basically what I'm just telling you now. Like, I don't like the girl was, I thought she was beautiful. Like, I was surprised that she was there doing I guess that's what she was doing. I don't know what she was doing, but Motel 6 Demon is crazy. But yeah, man, so like that's why, but like every guy's not like that. Like some guys, they rather be transactional because they rather just be they don't really, they're not looking for any kind of it's not like an emotional thing for them or a sense of empathy. Because I know guys that do it and their reasons for doing it is not the same as mine. So like some guys, like I guess they say if it ain't tricking, if you got, like they just look at it as just money. to just like spend, I guess. Like I can't speak for every other guy, man. But I think no matter who you are, I think as men we should have more respect for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Whether you for the guys that do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't just feel comfortable with it. You know? Cause I don't feel comfortable with it, you know? Like that's just how I feel, regardless on whether people judge me for it or not. Like the way I personally feel when I look in the mirror, I'm like, man, if she not interested in enough to like just be with me for me, then I might as well just be alone there. You feel me? But at the same time, you know, it is what it is, man. You know, we all make choices, you know. Jumanne finding a girlfriend is like the odds of stumbling upon a box with $1 million. Vegas Air Lot Lizard. He said they just want easy box. He said she's selling a box to make content. I don't know. You still gambling, bro? Not yet, man. What's good, bro? What's good, man? What y'all got going on? Imagine if you take everything you have right now and hit the casino and put it all on black. It's crazy. Jumanne, as long as you have incel videos on your age, woman is gonna be hard to pull. I don't care, bro. I don't care, bro. Like I've accepted, bro. Like, cause the women are not even a problem for me anymore. The problem is who I became over time, like who I am as a man, my insecurities, just the way how I am, bro. I'm not fit for a relationship. Like I'm clearly I could see where I become the problem in so many ways. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't have the desire to provide like I used to. Like as a man, I can't speak for every man, but I think you take pride in being a provider. You know what I'm saying? To be able to provide and protect. But like I said earlier in the live stream, I'm on survival mode where I'm trying to take care of me because I know I can't depend on. You know what I'm saying? I gotta worry about me. You know. So it's like, I don't know, man. I'm not fit for no relationship, man. And I could say that like confidently. Yeah, once you become a real man, he said, then that all falls in order. I mean, you gotta want to do it too. Like my point is like the same way I don't wanna do nothing. When I say I don't want to do nothing, I don't want to do nothing. That means I don't want to pay her bills. I don't want to help her with her career. I don't want to invest in her for 10, 15, 20 years. And then she wakes up one day and says, you know what? I don't want to be with Jumanne no more. And then she kind of leaves. And then when she leaves, like, I don't know what to do now. Like, or like, I feel like she, you know what I'm saying? Bro, I just don't want to do it. I'd rather have short-term relationships and that be what it is. And you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'd rather be alone, bro. Fuck it. Cause the worst thing to do for me is like to be in a relationship and feel like I'm alone in the relationship. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm like, damn, she's only with me based off of, cause a lot of women settle, like I said, and I've seen it in my personal life. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be family, whether it be girls that I'm actually friends with, girls that I know, understanding their relationships, a woman will settle for a man that's providing for her. And it just mess up my trust issues. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, I know, like, I know I'm not like the best, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the best option for a lot of women. So if a woman's with me, it's either, that means I have to settle for less. Like I have to, you know what I'm saying? If I'm a woman's best option, then she don't have a lot of options, right? And even if I better myself, right, and I become more of a you know what I'm saying, ideal male like option, I just feel like my insecurities would just get in the way of the relationship, man. So until I'm able to heal, it wouldn't work. But even if I can imagine myself being like a healed version of myself, like I think I've dealt with rejection for way too long for me to ever be convinced that a woman really would settle for me. Like there's no way she's going to really settle for me. She might settle for what I'm able to do for her, but she's never going to settle for me. And also being a gambling addict for so long, I always think about going broke. Like, what if I go broke? Even without gambling, what if I got money, but then I go broke? What's she gonna do then? She not gonna stick with me through that. She not gonna go through those trial and error. It's hard for me to see a woman doing that. So it's all good, man. I gotta work on myself, you know. You know what I mean? I really don't blame women for not really dealing with me, because I see where my problems are. Yo, Kyrie, thank you for the roses. But this also leads into, like, when it comes to the paying for box now, like 5 years ago, I would have told you that shit lame as hell. I don't condone that. Now it's like, well, what other option do I have? You know what I mean? She not gonna give it up for free. I don't want a commitment, so the transaction just becomes more simple. Like, it's just a simple way to go about a situation. He said the only person I respect is live is crazy. He said, you inspire me. I respect the honesty. I appreciate y'all. That's why you got to make sure you could still build yourself even if she leaves. You got to build yourself even before she's even with you. Before you even get into it, you got to be complete. And I'm telling you this as a broken person, so I might sound like, you know what I'm saying? I think I understand, like, you know, enough to say, like, you just got to be complete, bro. Like, he said, it's like you judge relationships on future versions of yourself, and you can't predict the future like that, homie. Like, it's hopeless. I compare based on, I look at other people's relationships. She going to soda, bro. You might need to find, what? He said, all this hypothetical, though. Nah, I think until you found the girl you were heavy, you should date around the... I'm good. Like, everybody's experience, everybody's feelings is different, bro. I'm good on it. I'm good, because I was too emotionally invested with a lot of women. And don't get me wrong, that was my fault. You know what I'm saying? Because I was, you know, I'm very emotional. I'm very compulsive. Like I put a lot of my emotions into things, like, in a way that I shouldn't. And I understand that. Whether it be expectations, whether it be with friends, family, women, whatever. Like, but at the end of the day, I am the way I am. And you know what I'm saying? I'm making my choices based on how I just feel about situations. So for me, I look at, like, I see more of, when it comes to benefits versus the disadvantages of being in a relationship, I just feel like, you know, I think I'm long-term. I only want to be in a relationship because I don't want to be alone. When I think about what does a relationship serve me, what does marriage serve, what does it do for me? I only want a woman mostly because I don't want to be alone. That's it. It's just the fear of being alone, right? Outside of that, I have no expectation for a woman. I don't expect a woman to do, I don't want a woman to do anything for me. And if there's anything I wanted a woman to do for me, it's the one thing she's not going to do, and that's be there for me unconditionally. So she's not going to be there unconditionally. I know that for a fact. So now all she could do is just be there and give me company. But that also costs me. I gotta invest. I gotta have this stability. Me being someone that's never been stable. So for me, stability to me is like a fear factor. Like, I can't imagine being stable, because keep in mind, that's what women really settle for. You know? So for me, it's like that version of me that she's going to settle for. I can't, like, I don't know, bro. So for me, so when I think about, okay, what is it going to take for me to be in a relationship? That creates another insecurity where it's like, okay, but what if I was to relapse on a gambling addiction within, like, if I'm married for like 5-10 years, and then like on year 10 or something like that, or maybe early, like I end up relapsing on a gambling addiction, end up losing everything. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna lose the relationship too. But at the end of the day, this is just how I feel, man. Everybody gonna have their own opinions on how they feel. This is just me. And I'm not, y'all don't gotta respect it. Y'all don't gotta like, agree with it, but that's just how I'm coming, man. Like, that's just how I feel. I'm just better off. I feel like I'm better off just, being single for real. Relationships are not for everyone. Marriage is definitely not for everyone. I'm good on that. And keep in mind, I do blame myself for a lot of shit too. It's like, because I know I go the wrong way about a lot of shit. True, nobody owes anyone anything, but you're not an incel, right? By definition, I mean, how do you define an incel? Like, is by definition, I think I am. I don't label myself, well, I have, but that's based off of my understanding of the definition, right? But again, that's not something, I don't think being an incel, that's definitely not something to be proud of. It's not, you know what I'm saying, when you look at the community and how a lot of those guys operate, because it even gets to the point, like I've been to that point where you get so angry at women, right? And I don't encourage that. Like that's, because really you just mad at yourself, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you mad because you feel like she didn't give you a chance, but she don't owe that to you neither, like, and then you can't have expectations for people that a lot of times, a lot of these women, you really don't even know them, don't have like a solid relation. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, I understand that life is not personal. The universe is like, it's competitive. Like, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to relationships, when it comes to like pursuing women, like it is harder for us as men because we have to kind of be up to par. We have to, you gotta approach her first. You gotta be confident. You got to be dressed well. You got to be tall. There's like, and some of those things be out of your control. In some cases, when it comes to like, whether it be the height, whether it be, damn, I don't know, bro. It just feels like when a woman's attractive, it's like, all she could do is post a couple pictures on social media, or all she got to do is look good, and then there's gonna be options available to her. And for a lot of men, or for a lot of incels that are really like, feel like that kind of hurts. Where it'd be like, damn, you just feel like you just don't have a chance. Like, you know what I'm saying? No matter what you do, right? It's like the only thing you can do is get money. But even if you have money, that relationship doesn't exist to you. Like that's how I feel. Like, so it's like. That's why, like, I was angry. That's why, like, I am angry in a sense when it comes to, like, relationship with women. Because it's like, I definitely think I could get women. But it has to be, like, one of the main factors is money. Like, without having stability, I could be as nice as you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how I feel. Let me read. I'm going to try to read what some of y'all saying in the chat. Jumanne, he said, you don't try hard enough for the cat. You can't. You could pull it if you tried. Nowadays, people are so superficial. Why don't you buy groceries from the place from like Walmart or Aldi's instead of wasting money on Dollar Tree? The cost per ounce is way more than it's not good. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. A lot of these questions about, I don't really get into like, I do have an answer for that. But yeah, I can't really get into all of that. I got my heart broken when a woman kept trying to cheat with me. I was like, damn, your man is good. Your man is a good dude, and you hear, oh, a girl was trying to cheat on her man with you. Traditional relationships haven't existed since the 90s and 2000s. Wait, how did you know about the Latina? Was you saying how much did you? You got to watch the Motel 6 vlog, man. All of that is, I explain all of that in the vlog. I don't really want to reminisce on a lot of that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? You pay for the cat one way or another. Bro, he said popcorn ready. He said ready must be a blast when they choose you. Popcorn reading. You going to the casino tonight? It's crazy. Reading his own questions. Bro did not say that. Yo, I forgot. Yo, TikTok. I'm on YouTube. So if you're seeing some of the comments that's not in the chat, I'm reading most of the YouTube chat right now. My bad. So a lot of y'all gonna be confused in the chat. But yeah, man, y'all gotta be happy with yourself, man. That's the only answer though. That's what I've been trying to do, but I've been feeling at it. You know what I'm saying? Been trying to just find that inner peace and that, just find a way to just accept myself for the way I am, for like where I feel like I fall short at, where, in comparison to like other people, I might feel like I'm not, you got to find a way to accept that. And I don't got the answer. You're healing. I don't know. I just to an extent, you know what I'm saying? For the guys that's in the chat that just feel like you're just not where you at in life, right? Internally, right? Like, well, it might be financially, it might be socially, it might be career-wise, whatever it is. But like mostly like you just gotta find a way to accept yourself for like even where the things you don't want to accept. You gotta accept it. You gotta accept yourself unconditionally, basically. You know what I'm saying? And until you're able to do that, until you're able to find a way to do that, it's gonna be harder for you to like, you know what I'm saying? Those insecurities that you have they're gonna come out. They're gonna come out in your relationships, whether it's at work, whether it's at, with family, like, cause you're just gonna feel like you got so much weight on your shoulders. Nobody really knows what you're going through. They don't care what you're going through. They don't understand what you're going through. And unfortunately, like, it's on you to kind of figure that out. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though you probably lack the support to kind of like, as a man, like the world really don't care. You know what I'm saying? And you kind of have to understand that and kind of accept that as much as you can and try to find a way to kind of figure it out. So, because I know there's probably some guys in the chat that probably need to hear that or probably don't want to hear that, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Your pain, the pain that you're going through, it's not exclusive. Like, it's not exclusive. There's billions of people going through and have been through what you've been through to the same extent, worse or not as bad, regardless. It's like everybody's pain is like everybody. There's billions of people in the world. And it's not to take away from what you're going through. But it's in order for you to get better at it, dealing with it. It's like you just gotta you just gotta figure it out. And when you do figure it out, help me, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for the hand heart. Thank you for the hand heart. I appreciate it. But if you do figure it out, give me advice, because I'm still trying to figure that out too. Just because a lot of people have awareness too. Like, just because you're aware of something, it doesn't mean that you have the solution, right? Like, somebody that's overweight is aware that they're overweight. They're aware that they have bad eating habits, diet, or you know what I'm saying? Like, but it doesn't necessarily change like everything that they need to do to find you know what I'm saying? So it's like, basically, a lot of people, I don't know, based off some of the comments that people feel or some of the commentary that people might have about me, regardless on what it is, like, I understand a lot of my problems, whether it comes from women. Like, I understand, like, I understand it. Like, it's not like I don't see it, right? Whether I don't know whether I express it the proper way. He said I say that all the time. But what I also understand though is like understanding something and accepting it is two different things, right? So if you understand something but you're unable to accept it, you're gonna have a hard time dealing. You're still gonna have a hard time dealing with it. So especially things that's out of your control. So the thing, my issue with women is I understood women, right? I understood my position with women, but I never accepted it. And that's why you see, like, every time I talk about women, that's literally me just saying, I don't accept it for the way how it is. But I understand, okay, I don't have a car. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand, like, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not like the way how a man's supposed to be. I'm not as secure and stable, like, and mentally, you know what I'm saying? Not just financially, but like, I understand, like, as far as like the dating seen. Like, I know where I fall short at. I know that I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand it. I just never accepted it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I consistently, it didn't help me, like, it didn't help me like progress. And it just made it worse for me. But that applies to any situation. You know what I'm saying? It applies to like your business, right? You know what I'm saying? You might not accept the way how, if you're an entrepreneur, like the way how you have to run your business or whatever. Like, you might be a nice person and you want to be nice. You want to give fair prices to people. But like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, but that might not be efficient or something. Like, I'm just trying to give it examples of, you know what I'm saying, you can understand something, but if you don't accept it and then you don't start acting on it, like you don't start playing by the rules or whatever, you're just not gonna be able to get the results that you want, man. So that's why, and that's kind of why I kind of talk about, like, a lot of times when I say, oh, I'm just gonna be single, I'm not gonna have sex, I'm not gonna be in relationships, that comes from me not accepting the way how women are and how women want men to be, and understand that it's I don't want to be what women want me to be, right? Because I'm such an unconditional man, and I know and I understand that women are not gonna accept me unconditionally. So that's why I'm just be like, all right, I'm just not gonna be in a relationship type shit. Cause it's never gonna work. You know what I'm saying? It's just not. And that's my problem. You know what I mean? Anyways, what's your thought? No job, bro. Facts, yeah. He said your Reddit page is full of trolls. I don't have a Reddit page, bro. So whatever you looking at, that's not me. That's just somebody else that made that's just somebody that just made a page of me, bro. Find you a real one who loves unconditioned. I mean, I think relationships, especially nowadays, are just transactional. You have to understand, like, you just have to understand what the contract is. You have to understand what you could bring to the table, and you gotta accept that. You gotta accept it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't expect a woman to. I mean, bro, yo, Sean, $2. Thank you for the super chat, man. I think it should cost this much, bro. That's how much I think that should cost, man. Jumanne Baba sister. I don't condone transactions though. Like I said, I just understand it in a different way that I didn't understand it when I was younger, and then I didn't accept it. Like, I don't accept, like, you know what I'm saying, when my friends used to do that, like, was it the page site, when they used to go on the websites, like, I was just like, bro, what are you doing, man? But I understand it in a different way, where it's like, for some guys that it's hard for them to get that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just different for some guys, bro. So you do what makes you happy, man. Understand it's dangerous too. It's dangerous to be living that kind of lifestyle, but depending on how you doing it. But like I said, I don't condone it, but I understand it. Bro, how I get a loan and overdraft every time, like you. You know what's crazy? I be having people really trying to. I remember I had someone DM me one time when I used to overdraft my bank account. Bro was dead ass. He's like, yo, bro, I got Bank of America. How do you overdraft it? Like, he was dead ass trying. This was back when I had Instagram and stuff. I think this was like an Instagram DM. And I'm like, yo, I done had a few people really try to, like, I ain't gonna do that to you, bro. I ain't gonna give you that kind of advice though. Cause you might be serious. You might really be trying to get a loan or something. And I'm not trying to help you do that to yourself, man. He said, it is dangerous. It is dangerous for sure. True, he said, do what makes you happy. People will talk regardless. Yeah, do what makes you happy. Be safe, man. Be cautious. I mean, ask yourself how you feel about your choices. Make sure you understand what you're doing. Are you accepting? Are you accepting what you're doing? Do you accept the consequences of what you're doing? He said, "Give me sauce, brother." Oh man, y'all crazy. He said gambling makes you happy. That's where I'm at. Gambling makes me happy, bro. So it's like shit. I'm going back to Vegas, bro. I already got a plane ticket. I ain't gonna hold y'all. But anyways, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk too much, but it makes me. That's the decision I made. Yeah, is it bad for me? Am I gonna end up crashing out? Most likely. But like, I ain't doing nothing else in life, man. I feel like I was born to be a crash out, man. I was born to be a crash out for you guys to watch me and learn from my mistakes. And you know what I'm saying? This is just what it is, man. So I apologize to all the people that supported me. Gotta be kidding me. I'm not kidding you, bro. I apologize for everyone that's been trying to help me, that's wanted to see me get on the right path, and I just continue to mess up. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but, you know, he said he already bought the ticket. I was saying, like, it is what it is, man. I was trying at the beginning. I swear to God, at the beginning to through the struggles, I really was trying, bro. I really wanted to get on the right path. But at this point, like, I've kind of accepted being on the wrong path. So this is a good point for all my supporters, bro. I'm gonna be honest. This is the point where you stop supporting me unconditionally. And I'm being serious. This is the point where you stop supporting me unconditionally, because I can honestly tell you I'm just living my life the way I want to live it now. And if I want to chase dopamine, I'm going to just choose to chase dopamine, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just, I'm not saying that I'm not looking for the exit and hopefully try to live like a cleaner life. But there's a difference in the version of me now versus the version of me back in like 2021 or 2022, when I was like really trying to find like a good job. I was trying to keep my job, and I was trying to make the content creating thing work out. And now it's just like, I'm just living day to day, man. It is what it is, bro. I could die tomorrow, bro. I wouldn't be happy about it, but it is what it is, bro. So I was trying to eat better. I was trying to do things right. But now it's like, whatever, bro. So for all my supporters, man, I appreciate y'all. But don't waste your energy supporting me unconditionally, bro. I ain't gonna tell y'all to support me unconditionally. At this point, I'm choosing it now. I'm really choosing it. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna tell you this. Give up on a person that gives up on themselves. Once a person gives up on themselves, bro, that's when you gotta give up on them, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I've learned. That's what I learned from people in my life, like my family, like people that I know that's like unconditional. If they don't show signs, if they don't show enough consistency that like they're really trying to like better themselves, you can't be putting more effort in trying to support them and they're not doing enough to support themselves. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just being honest, like I'm kind of like I talk about being comfortable, but me being comfortable, I could be comfortable being a gambling addict. You know what I'm saying? I could be comfortable with that. You could be comfortable with being an alcoholic, or, you know what I'm saying? And once you see that, you know, because nobody's going to tell you that, right? So, but if you base off their actions, if you see like, oh, this person's comfortable with this, they're not making enough adjustments. In any relationship you have with a person and you're supporting them unconditionally, and basically you're hurting yourself trying to consistently support them, and it's a toxic relationship for you, you gotta cut that off, because they're gonna just continue to hurt you, right? And regardless, you know what I'm saying, people might tell you like, oh yeah, I'm trying to change. And there might be a part of them that want to change, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, there's a part of me that wanted to change for a long period of time. But I look at that and I think that part of me is kind of like, I've become more acceptable to and this is recently. I felt like this recently, like within the last few months. Like I started to feel more comfortable with this. It is what it is type shit. Like I'm so deep into this. Like I'm just I become comfortable. Like and I said it's just different, bro. Like I said, like you know, he said go to rehab. I won't deny that. I won't deny that, bro. Like I'm just keeping it real with y'all, bro. I'm just, cause I've had a lot of supporters that have supported me unconditionally. And I really do appreciate every single one of them. You know what I mean? And because that's a lot to ask for, you know what I'm saying? Because like, if you a Jumanne supporter, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that's going to ask you like, why the hell you support Jumanne? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you could, like being a Jumanne supporter is like, you know, it's just, I don't know. It's like, you know, you could get a lot, you could deal with a lot of criticism for that. So for my people that genuinely support me, I don't want y'all to, yo, Antonio, thank you for the goats. But, I don't want y'all to support me. And I know that deep down inside, like I'm at a point where I'm giving up on myself. And I'm talking about my lifestyle. I'm not talking about like, I'm still going to try to make content. I'm still going to try to find a way to survive, but I'm talking about the way that I'm living my life, bro. I'm getting more and more comfortable with. I'm at the point where I'm like, man, if I die like this, bro, you know what I'm saying? If I die with all this stuff, bro, like just the bad habits, it's like it is what it is, bro. Like I'm tired of fighting this shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm tired of fighting it. So for all my unconditional supporters, bro, I'm not gonna waste y'all time, bro. Y'all can stop supporting. Y'all could just support me. You know what I'm saying? But you don't gotta support me unconditionally. You know what I'm saying? Don't send me your last $20. You know, don't send me, you know what I'm saying? I've had somebody send me like they sent me something. I don't want to say how much they sent me, but they was like, yo, bro, this is like all I got right now. And I'm like, yo, bro, but he was like, yo, I'm probably just going to spend it on something, right? He was just going to waste it. And I'm like, yo, I just want to, you know, show you support. I was like, yeah, I appreciate it. But y'all don't got to do that no more, bro. Y'all don't got to support me. Because there was a time where I saw the vision. Like there was a vision of me making it. I had of like me bettering myself. But that vision is very dim. And I don't see that. Like I'm at the point where I'm just more interested in just being comfortable, right? And that could be comfortable with multiple women, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's not what I want, you know what I mean? It could be I could be comfortable with, you know what I'm saying? He said you have potential, bro. Everybody has potential, bro. You know what I'm saying? Ever think about having kids? Nah. But like I said, like this is just something that's been on my mind. So I guess since we on the live stream, I might as well tell you guys it is what it is, bro. And with me, like I said, me personally, I want to help. I'm giving up on anybody that gives up on themselves, bro. I don't care who it is, bro. I still love you, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I got family members like that it's like, I love them, but like, I see like the issues that they got, and I could tell like they giving up on themselves. And if you give up on yourself, like, that's it, bro. Like, I'm going to give up on you too. It is what it is. I don't know what you talking about, but what am I eating? Sour punch. He said one thing he ain't giving up is the Subway. It's crazy. Did you actually win 50K? Your potential in action. We just hope you can be successful, Jumanne. You gave up on yourself, so you're not different. I mean, that's what I just said. Humble King speaking the truth. He said you haven't given up if you're still on YouTube. Once you stop posting, you're done. No, I'm not talking about content. I'm not talking about content. I'm talking about my lifestyle. Right? I'm talking about just eating better. I'm talking about like stop gambling. Like, really stop gambling. I'm talking about stop any kind of compulsive behavior. Any type of, like, whether it could be like just scrolling on TikTok, it could be pornography. It could be like whatever. Like, I'm talking about literally, like, or trying to limit it as much if stopping isn't like possible, just trying to limit it to the point where it's like it's not affecting my life, right? Whatever it is, right? And like I said, I'm at a point where, like I said what I said, man. You know what I'm saying? So he said content is something you're focused on and heading towards a day at a time. I haven't exercised in years. I move like 6-year-old man. It's easy when you're depressed. It's easy when you're depressed. Hey man, you do. But no, I just be talking. I don't know. I'm kind of just talking for the live stream, man. It is what it is, man. It is what it is, guys. I'm just, that's kind of just what I've been thinking about lately. I'm just like, man, I don't know. I don't know. Don't quit on too many addictions. He said don't quit on too many addictions at the same time. Focus on beating gambling addiction, then the rest will follow. And he inspires others to relapse from money. Oh my, you're trolling for sure. I don't know what the hell you talking about. Too much sauce. DJing, yeah, I only really get physical activity. I think the comments are delayed. The comments must be delayed or something. I feel like y'all talking about shit I was talking about like 3 minutes ago. Jumanne isn't a good person or a bad person. He'd never be a. Can I send you a galaxy? I don't know. If my dealer, Jumanne, start beef. Nope. I don't know. I'm getting fat, man. I can feel all this weight on me. Sheesh. All that candy, man. I'm about to show y'all my stomach, man. I'm starting to really gain weight. This shit crazy. That is not abs, bro. Sheesh. But yeah, been letting myself go. I've been getting comfortable. I'm about to be Tismala 2.0. Nah, we ain't gonna do all that. But he said next Tismala. Nah, we not doing that. That's too much. But, you guys see the way that I eat. And the way that I eat on camera is the same way I eat off camera. The only difference is I'm eating more. So I'm eating whatever you see on camera, and I'm eating that same thing off camera as well. So it's like, man, it's just terrible, man. It's terrible. Cooked, yeah, definitely cooked, bro. So, man, you guys ready for Vegas, man? What's going on? Y'all ready to crash out in Vegas? What we doing? Y'all gonna watch the content? Bro that said don't crash out. He said when we go, when we go. We gonna go when we go, man. Y'all see it, man. So can't wait, bro said can't wait. Y'all can't wait for the crash out. Bro said fuck Vegas. I'm excited for Vegas. Why don't you IRL stream? This is the IRL stream, bro. How you holding up? Oh, I'm doing that.